Hey, so yesterday and today I've been keeping up with the story with the 18-year-old that married the 51-year-old nigga and the mother's reaction to all this shit. And this is what I came up with. To make it plain, a pimp should never fall in love with his hoe. And every hoe want to marry and fall in love with a pimp. They got the game backwards like a motherfucker. But look, from the top of the shit, now if you think about it, the mother came out and said she was fucking a nigga Mike way back in the day or whatever, right? She needed $150. Okay, so the nigga Mike come through, he trick off $150 with her, she give him some pussy, everybody's happy. So y'all know it wasn't no one-off type of deal. This shit had been going on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He steady tricking on her, she steady fucking him. Ain't no love in that shit. But see, what happens is, the thing is, the average dude could fuck a chick and not have no feelings for her. But I think it's a little different with a female. And to prove my point, the nigga was around them so much that she made that nigga Deja's godfather. You know what I'm saying? You fucked up right there. That was out of pocket. Now, going to the mother, according to what she said, she done sold a lot of dope and did a lot of dope. Now, that would explain why you in that predicament anyway. Because how you gonna be a dope dealer and a dope user at the same time? That's asshole backwards. You ain't gonna make no fucking money. Which in turn, you needed that $150. And here come the trick, who been, as you said, begging for the pussy for years. Boom. That's the perfect opportunity right there. Okay, cool. I got $150. Here you go. Getting some pussy. Boom. Every time you get in the tight, here come the trick. You see what I'm saying? That's a hoe and a trick transaction right there. That's what that is. Now, bust this. If you take in consideration that you made that nigga your daughter's godfather, the nigga always around. But see, I'm knowing as a man, that's a fucking trick. Just looking at him. He's not no nice looking guy. You know what I'm saying? It's some niggas in this world that don't look like shit. And they know off the top, they gotta pay for pussy. Any piece of pussy they get, they gotta pay for it. They can't talk their way in. They don't got the looks. They can't sell you with the looks. But if they got dough, they could be the ugliest, most out of shape motherfucker in the world, but they can get some pussy because they'll pay for it, right? Another thing to take note of is that with hoes and tricks, is that when the trick find what he deem as a better hoe, he gonna move on to the bigger and better hoe. That's where the daughter come in. Now, one thing about some niggas in this world, some of these niggas will fuck anything. They don't give a fuck how old or young, boy, girl, whatever. It's some freak ass niggas out here. They'll fuck anything and pay for it too. He's that nigga. Case in point, he was clearly fucking this girl when she was underage. Now she done went, this girl was already hot in the ass and loose, cause she done supposedly had a baby by another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Bro got a year-old baby, she 18 years old, and she say she married the nigga cause she looking for security. I mean, not security, but stability. That's what it was. Okay, that makes sense. Every hoe wanna be stable. The hoes get tired of freelance hoeing and shit and not getting nothing from it. Well, here's a trick. The trick gonna pay for everything. He gonna take, like he said, he gonna take care of your kid and this and that and give you a place to stay, a roof over your head and all this. But what's really fucked up is if you had a mother or a father that was halfway decent, you wouldn't be on survival mode like you are now. To where you 18 years old and you need stability. You ain't been on the planet 20 years. And you already got a baby and you unstable. That's got everything to do with the house that you came from. Now the mother, again, this broad was sitting up there selling dope, using dope, tricking with niggas, and doing God knows what. She living her best life, as they say. But guess what? Your daughter was around this old-ass man because you kept bringing him around there. You kept allowing him to come over there around this child. You know what I'm saying? He has no type of, no relation to this girl. And just to reiterate, some of these niggas will fuck anybody, so there it is. Nigga came through probably on some, hey, you know, well, why don't you let me do this? I'll give you a couple of dollars if you let me do that. If you let me see this. Here, the mama ain't providing shit because, as she said, she stopped selling dope and got tired of going in and out of jail. And in addition, her kids was taken away from by DCFS. You see what I'm saying? And the broad Deja was adopted like a couple years ago. So she out there on survival mode like a motherfucker. So there it is. That's the perfect environment for some freak motherfucker to come in and give you a couple of dollars to fuck. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. But see, I look at it like this, you know, in all they rants, you don't never hear no talks about her biological father. And the mother say she done apologizing. And the broad Deja and the nigga Mike, they on defense mode, probably because subconsciously they know this shit is fucked up. But this is what happens when you don't have no man in the house. I ain't talking about a fucking trick. I'm talking about a man. There's no mentions of a biological father. My guess is if your girl, I'm talking about Deja's mother, if your girl was out selling dope and going in and out of jail, I can only imagine what the fucking father was doing. 9 times out of 10, this nigga wasn't going to Harvard. You know what I'm saying? If he even still alive. Come on, man. We know to play out with this type of shit. If you got a female that's out here selling dope and using dope and tricking and hoeing and all this other type of shit, it's a fucking rap for the kids. It's a rap. This broad don't give a fuck. She said she was young and wild, clearly. And it makes sense why at 18 or 16 or whenever she started being active, she was young and wild just like her mother. The apple don't never fall too far from the tree. You see what I'm saying? That's what she learned all this shit from. All this tricking and hoeing. And see, another bad thing is that it's motherfuckers out here that put money over everything. They put morality aside. They put respect and all that just to make a dollar. Then if that's the case, that's how you feel, then anybody can buy you. See what I'm saying? Anybody can buy you. It don't make a difference how old a nigga is or he could have been fucking your mama. It don't matter. Everybody's for sale. If you have that mentality, and that's what that is. It's a hoe and a trick transaction. It's not a relationship. Because the minute the nigga get on with what he deem as a better hoe, he 86 then you ass out, just like the mama was. He gonna take his money somewhere else and trick on the next hoe. They already saying the nigga was out here fucking these hoes and this and that. He was paying all of them. You just got niggas out here that's like that. But see, if these bras wasn't so thirsty to try to make an easy buck, you know what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't even be interacting with motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? It's a fucked up situation, man.